Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email us tmosso@the1916company.com. It is in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any of our platforms. Please reach out to us directly, tmosso@the1916company.com for pricing. Today we're discussing possibly the greatest two-hand watch of the modern era, at least in my humble opinion. Launched in 2018, this is the white gold Lange Söhne Saxonia Thin copper blue. We have that lovely blue dial with little copper flakes, the twinkling of a bottomless and endless cosmos on your wrist. This watch proves that you can have all of the opulence of Lange without any of the bulk or complication. 39 millimeters in diameter in white gold. It's 6.5 millimeters thick. From lug tip to lug tip, it measures 44.8 millimeters and has a fairly standard 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs. On my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference, it wears perfectly. Suitable for a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference. This is for him, it's for her. Everyone gets to enjoy this splendor. You can see down the barrel, the lugs are nowhere near the edge of my wrist. The cuff shot revealing this watch will easily slide beneath the sleeve. And even over the top, which exaggerates the width of the watch, you can see the lugs are well inboard of the edges of my wrist. The strap is fairly tight. It's unbroken. It hasn't been bedded in, so it's stiff. As it softens up, it won't look as tight on the wrist. The strap's a lovely piece here. You can see large rectangular scale alligator leather, navy blue, matte finish. We've got a folded edge, a monotone stitch on the bottom calfskin, a Lange factory strap, no crimping, no gouging. All of that with a Lange pin buckle. You can see a little BRO, meaning Brogioli, made the buckle there down in the Italian-speaking part of Switzerland, which is why this German watch's buckle has a Swiss hallmark on it. Now, the nice thing about the Lange buckle, in addition to being shapely and well-branded, is that it has two unique features. And I always shout this out in my Lange reviews, but you can see how the bridge is elevated over the prongs, and so the strap sits in the buckle rather than stacking up high underneath it when it's on your wrist. There's also this little retaining bar, so if you have a very small wrist like mine, and you're going to use the smallest hole or even punch a smaller hole, then you know that a watch tightly strapped can get pinned on the pin. This little retaining bar prevents the strap from sliding too far down, so you can extricate it with greater facility. Taking a look at the profile, all Lange cases are very similar, with the exception of a few unusual pieces, the Cabaret, the Arcade, the Odysseus. Most Lange cases have a domed bezel, a cylindrical midcase, and then lugs that are stepped out with little notches between their profiles in the case. What generally sets them apart is the aspect ratio, the proportions, and then whether the midcase is satinated or polished. Here it's satinated to give a little bit of contrast. We have a Lange branded crown over on the other side, push down crown, 30 meters water resistance, so dress watch water resistance. You don't want to take this one swimming. The dial is actually a piece of precious metal sterling silver on which a vitreous paint or glass-based paint has been applied and then repeatedly fired at up to 800 degrees Celsius. This creates what's known as Aventurine glass, which is a type of enamel. And through multiple firings and the use of a dark blue translucent enamel with little flakes of copper, we get this glossy, gleaming, ageless look that will never tarnish, oxidize, or fade. Now, it's very difficult to achieve an even enameling, and the rejection rate for enameling is always high, so this dial is a work of art in its own right. You can also see minimally branded the company, the city of origin, made in Germany. White gold individual applique indices, which are very finely rolled and faceted, and then polished white gold alpha style hands at center. Flip it all over, you can see the caliber L0931, manual wind, 72-hour power reserve, 3 Hertz beat rate, 21 pivot joules, adjusted in a high horology and chronometer standard 5 positions. You can see FT on the case, so this would have been made by FTOR, which is a case maker associated with the Richemont Group, again, why you have a Swiss hallmark on a German watch. The movement features German silver bridges and plates. A lot of the elements of style here are nods to the way Lange movements would have been made during the pocket watch era of the 19th century and early 20th century. So German silver, an alloy of nickel, copper, and zinc that does not need to be plated. It has a natural pale gold sort of tinge to it because of the inclusion of copper in the alloy. We have this 3/4 style bridge, so one big mono bridge for the barrel and the train. That's, again, pocket watch style. You could see we have the center wheel, third wheel, fourth wheel, all in screw-fixed golden chaton cup, a nod to the way that jewels were pressed into bridges in the past. When it wasn't possible to directly press them into bridges and plates, they'd first be pressed into a precision golden chaton and then fixed to the bridges and plates using screws. Note we have both black polished and fire blued screws. We have freehand engraving on the balance cock. No two of these are exactly alike. It's a floral pattern done freehand with a burin, not with a laser, a drill, or a lathe. And the artisans who do this are specialists in exactly this. We have beautifully broad streifen because we are not in Switzerland. They're not Côte de Genève. Solarization of extraordinary quality on the ratchet wheel, or I should say the ratchet wheel and the crown wheel right there. And then we'll do our best to turn here. You see the little gleaming on the teeth of the ratchet wheel and the crown wheel? Micro beveling. You'll also see that the screws have beveled slots and beveled circumference. We have a black polished that is mirror finished click and click spring and a mirror finished swan's neck fine adjustment mechanism and a mirror finished cap to the escape wheel. There's engine turned perlage on the base plate, and if you look at all of the shear edges, including the edges of the bridges, you can see a fine mirrored bevel, beautifully executed in every way. Reach out if you love this watch. Email us tmosso@the1916company.com for pricing.